All the cases seen during the semester were interesting to me because each one showed a way to solve problems or disputes. The importance of knowing the norms, laws that exist in the case of an international theory, and even more the importance that companies are up to date and aware of the existence of this. Uh, Despite this, a case that caught my attention was the case of trucking service, because I learned about the provision of NAFTA, why some countries are not responsible for their obligations, and why a tier such as the NAFTA panel is very important to make the law um, fairer. In this case, I understood that the law can sometimes be very subjective, so many people use this in the favor. I realized that is where the importance of a third party, as the panel did, which concluded that the United States was in a error and asked it to fulfill in its obligations. And although the situation was for a long time difficult, I liked it because in the end problems were resolved on both sides, and thanks to this, American companies like the Mexican ones can benefit from the current situation. Mm, Within Mexico's FTA with 45 countries, your country has access to a potential market, and according to the economy of secretary in Mexico, uh, this represented 60% of your GDP, and there are a national economic development project that is based on domestic market. It is still needed in order to improve the quality of life of people, because the minimum wage is still very low. Mexico also has agreement for the promotion and reciprocal protection of investments APRIS, which are international treaties of forgetting direct investment, which are based on reciprocal and designed for the promotion and legal promotion of flows of capital designed to the production sector. These are an element of truth for foreign investors, because thanks to them there is a favorable environment to make an investment and promote that is it is of simultaneous product productive, and above all promote the economic development of the country. The night agreements of limited scope, economic complementation agreements, and partial scope agreements aim to promote the maximum use of production factors, promote balanced development, condition of equitable economic competition, among others. Um, in in Mexico, there are still some vulnerabilities, because the world economic is currently in a situation where there is not much growth, and emerging markets do not have much momentum, or countries open to foreign investment. 12 free trade agreements have been signed with 46 countries. Applies an economic complementation agreement. Besides having a strategic location, it is workforce that is more and more expert. But in order to grow economically, more reforms and institutions are needed to make the rights and obligations above them valid. There is also a need to improve corruption, so that reforms are carried out in a clear manner and for all people, whether physical or moral, to have the same opportunities. With respect to NAFTA, because one of its members uh, one of its members is the United States, and your country is currently in a difficult relationship with this country. I think that if this one gets broken, Mexico could in any way benefit, as long as follow or have a plan for economic development, in addition to seeking different agreements or treaties with countries with which the benefit is mutual. The extra activity was useful because it personally helped me to reinforce the knowledge that we sought each week. In addition to reinforcing them in making the different infographics, it was easier to understand the reading, and as important the question always stood out. It was easier to see the connection that had development, the important factor, and finally the conclusions and the understanding of each case, where case was very simple. Uh, I learned to use different tools to perform each extra task, and every time they asked for one, I found it easy to do them. But above all of these tasks, I learned to give an extra, not only for the points they give me, but for the knowledge and values as responsibility, as well as not being conformist just to stay with what they ask me to each class, but go further to able to understand and learn clearly all this knowledge.